Hey guys, so I wanted to do a really quick tutorial here, but I think it's a really cool one. I'm sure you know about the wiggle code for the camera by now. I think I did it in a past video, but if you haven't heard it from me, I'm sure you found it on the internet. It's basically a quick little code to make the camera sort of move around on its own, and it gives it some energy, some movement, so it's not just sitting there static waiting for you to keyframe everything. So what I've actually got is a custom wiggle code that lets you take that a little bit of a step further. First, I'll really quickly explain the original wiggle code, and then I'll show you my new one, which just gives you a bit more freedom and lets you have a little bit more fun. So the original one, if we just pull up the camera here, press P for position, press Alt or Command, click on the circle, and then we just type in wiggle, and then we give it some parameters, which are explained in a previous video, so I'm not going to spend much time on the original wiggle code. But basically, these parameters just let the camera move in all three directions on the axis, so X, Y, and Z, according to the numbers you've assigned it. So I'm just going to drop the resolution down to a quarter just so it goes faster, because I'm working with a lot of 3D right now. But as you can see, just RAM previewing it, you can see the camera's just moving around on its own, which is cool because it's giving it some movement, some life, except there's not really much control other than you can assign how much it moves or how little it moves, but that's about it. So in this code, which I will post in the description below if you don't want to type it out, it basically breaks up the wiggle into three parts of the axis. So you could have it moving very subtly, just left and right and up and down, but you could have it moving really intensely forward and backward in the Z-axis. Or you could have it not moving at all in the Z-axis, but you could have it going left to right really intensely, or any or all combinations work. And that's what's great about it. It gives you a lot more control. So I'm just going to copy this, going to erase this wiggle. I'm just going to paste this in here. So the X is on the horizontal, the Y is the vertical, and Z is the Z forward and backward axis in 3D space. So like I said, if we wanted, we could just turn these down like 0.5, sorry, not 1.5, 0.5 and like 2 to like 0.9 and 3. And now that means that going left and right and up and down, it's not really going to do a lot of movement. But if I change this to like something dramatic like 13 and 85, what you're going to see now is it's going to do a shit ton of forward and backward movement, but hardly any side to side or up and down movement. So obviously that's like really intense, but at least you have the control to change that. So we could also do it the other way, 0.9 and like 1, so it's barely going to move in the Z-axis. And I'll keep it just for example, I'll do like 25 and 80 on the X horizontal axis. So now it's going to stay in place, but it's just going to go from side to side a lot, just like that. So you can see how this is a pretty cool code to have. Just gives you a lot more flexibility, and yeah, lets you have a lot more fun. Thanks for watching.